Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with Jay Leon Love. Jay,
what's up?
It's great to see you again.
You as well, always. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Obviously, we just wrapped up the Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley press conference. There was a lot of beef, a lot of stuff going on there. What was your immediate reaction to it all?
Man, I just stay out the way as much as I can. I don't want to. It's not about me. The fight is about Jake and Tyrone. You know what I mean? So I kind of stand back, let the fighters do what they do. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here waiting for Sunday.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not 100% sure how it all sort of came about. Were you close by to sort of hear what was happening?
Yeah, I think it was just some, obviously families, Tyrone's family is defending Tyrone. You know, our team is defending Jake. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, but they mixed and it kind of started some shit. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know too much else.
So Jake Paul, while we were sitting there today, I'm not going to lie, I think a lot of us were sort of taken aback that we're at a Showtime event where Jake Paul is headlining a boxing fight. Sure. He's surprised a lot of people. When you first sort of came on to the fact that he wanted to box, I know that you've gotten in the ring with him as well. What were your initial thoughts on a YouTuber, and I'm using the air quotes because now he is a legitimate fighter. He is putting himself out there. He is taking the lifestyle very seriously. What is your overall thoughts now? From now?
Yeah, when I first started with him, I honestly didn't know too much about him. I think I knew about Logan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was kind of the first to do it. But watching Jake in the gym, I kind of just popped in the gym and we got mutual friends, so we were cool, you know. And I watched him work out, and he wasn't bad. I was like, damn, like, you done this before. He's like, yeah, I've just been off and on, you know. I like boxing. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I could tell you've been really trying to do this shit. And so, I sparred with him a few times, and this was like the preparation for Nate Robinson. And just showing him shit, like little tricks and things like that. And we just kept it going from there. And he's been progressing every camp. I mean, the kid is sparring legitimate boxers. Right. Pascal, Andrew Tabides, me, you know what I mean? Like, the kid is getting in there, and it ain't like no easy shit. It's like we boxing him, you know what I mean? So he's game, he loves this shit. So now, oh yeah, like anybody that comes in, we tell the sparring partners, don't play around. Go in that bitch and try to hurt him. Like, you know what I mean? Do your thing. I don't tell nobody to take it easy. We don't play like that. Like, if you're going to box, you're going to box. And that's how Jake knows. And so that's what I tell the sparring partner. Come in and do your best job.
Jake Paul, when he first fought, I was actually over in Manchester, England. I was ringside for that fight. I was invited in going, hey, you're boxing media. Maybe you want to attend this, like, white-collared event, right?
Yeah.
So I was surprised. I looked around. It was a sold-out Manchester arena. I was really shocked. I was like, oh, my God, they are actually pulling in more people than some of our actual fights, like boxing fights, right? So he basically started YouTube pay-per-view. Then he was on DAZN. Then he went to Triller. And now he's on Showtime Boxing. Do you think that the time's coming where people will start to actually see Jake Paul as a fighter and not Jake Paul the YouTuber?
You have to. Okay. You have to. We're going to continue to take the steps to become a legitimate boxer. Yes, we will fight legitimate boxers. Yes, we will take the steps. All right, and when a guy, go look at your guys that are typically 4-0 or 3-0, and go look at the opposition that they fight. I know when I was 4-0, I fought Joe from down the street, and he wasn't a real banger or a real top-notch fighter. So we're doing the process of building our fighter. Obviously, we had the entertainment behind it, and that's what sells. These guys have put themselves in a position and, branded themselves and marketed themselves as something major. And so they had a fan base, and they can fill up those seats and things like that. So, boxers out there, marketing, it's the greatest thing ever. Fucking do it. Like, if nobody knows you, people want to be a part of your life, show them. You'll make millions of dollars, and you can demand money when you do that. But yeah.
Well, Jay, look at I'm just even me as an example, I use social media to promote myself, which then opened up doors for me to be further in boxing, which then in turn turned into a career. So it's just, it is very true. You have to learn to market yourself and put yourself out there.
100%. People want to feel like they're a part of your life.
Yeah.
You know, hey, if you're attractive, people want to see you. What do you do? What are you about? What, you know, what's next? What do you have going on? Oh, okay. Oh, he's a good fighter. What do you do? What do you eat? Hey, how do you sleep? What clothes do you wear? What socks do you wear? Whatever. It can come down to the smallest things. But that's what people want to know. These fans want to feel like they're a part of your life. And once you do that and master it like Jake Paul and Logan Paul and fucking Ryan Garcia, you know, and these guys that have these big followings and, you know, putting fans in seats, that's the key to doing this shit. And even I'm like, damn, like, I had no clue, about any of this. That, and, you know, it's kind of like we're not taught this. Yeah, we're the talent, but now you can add this. You know how much you bring to the table with promoters and shit like that? You can kind of demand. So a Ryan Garcia can be like, yo, I know I fill out this arena. I know or even Jake, yo, I know my sales are going to go through the roof, my pay-per-views. You can demand some shit. So, it's the key.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know that the $1 million question beyond this point is, should he beat Tyron Woodley? He really has put himself, as you would say, on the map in terms of combat sports. But fight fans, boxing fans, want to see him face an actual boxer. Tyron is an MMA fighter,
Sure.
So it's not quite the same. So when fight fans, like boxing fans, are looking at it, they're thinking, well, he's just fighting an MMA fighter. It's not the same thing. I was speaking with Ben Davison, and I asked him, like, who would you actually consider a good opponent to share the ring with Jake Paul that has a big enough name, obviously, because Jake's going to want to fight names for selling purposes, right? And he mentioned Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. What do you think of that?
I mean, that's cool, yeah. With that's something that can happen. You got a kid on this card
Tommy Fury?
who's a legitimate boxer. I don't give a fuck who he fought. You can sit here and go back and forth. Again, he's a legitimate boxer.
Yes, correct.
He has more experience. That's something that can possibly happen in the near future. So that they both take care of business or something. So it's coming. Slow down. Like, let us build up like any other fighter. You know, slow down. We're gonna get there. Everybody will get their chance.
So Jake Paul, love him or hate him, he is who he is, right? So he's going to say and do things that's going to ruffle a little bit of feathers as part of his antics. But with that said, what did you feel of him sort of bringing in the wives and things like that? Because he has mentioned Conor McGregor's wife at one point, or missus. He mentioned Tommy Fury's missus.
It's just part of the game. Like, you know, boxing isn't nice. These motherfuckers are warriors. These guys are fighters. Like, you know, it's just part of the game. Like, maybe that's not something I would do, but I can't say he's wrong for that. Especially when guys are talking shit. Back in the day, yo mama, you know what I mean? Whatever, or your girlfriend or whatever. It's just part of the game, bro. It sells, it works. You know, yes, everybody doesn't agree. You got to remember, out with the old, in with the new. The game is transitioning to something else. You know, you got your die-hard old school boxing fans. Man, they fucking up the game, blah, blah, blah. But listen, bringing all sorts of new fans. Amanda Serrano is now the co-main event, not just on the card. I mean, she's getting some. Give me a pay cut and let these fighters really get some money.
I really liked that he did that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this kid is donating. Oh shit, this fighter in the MMA world don't have enough money for their training camp. Give her the money. You know what I mean? Like, she needs to train properly for a world championship fight. This is shit that you see. Don't judge him. He's a fucking good kid. He's a kid at that, 24 years old. Got the world at his fingertips. He's a kid, and he's doing some major things outside. And we got boxing bullies. We got so much going on, man. You know, he's the forefront of it all, and he just wants to uplift people, bro. No matter his antics, no matter what people think about him. You know, people judge from a distance or say what they say, but he's a legitimate good person. And honestly, when you got a heart like that, you're going to go far. No matter what it is. Yeah.
I agree. And I also saw that he did something for, it was like giving back to amateur fighters.
Yeah,
Was that it?
Puerto Rico.
Yep.
So yeah, we had the Boxing Bullies event in Puerto Rico, bro. Bro, it was mastered. It was perfect, man. It was so dope. So many fucking kids across the island came. They got to see Jake Paul. Like, they were, like, dope. And he was hands-on with them. You know what I mean? Like, it was fun. Like, the kids really enjoyed it. It was fun and shit. I was happy to be a part of it.
Right.
And even me, I was like, damn, I'm sitting back watching. Like, damn, this is dope. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's just who he is. And his brother is the same way.
Okay, last question. I was going to ask you, do you think that they'll ever fight each other? If the money was right?
I mean, Jake is a go-getter, so Jake would push for it more than Logan. But, you know, they talk shit all the time. Even in the house with no cameras, bro, we need to fight. You think so? Yeah. You think mama like it? Well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do that shit. So it's maybe, who knows? Like, with them, you just never know.
Yeah. All right, Jay. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, as always.
Congrats to you.
Thank you.
I've been watching you do this for a long time.
Yeah. Almost 10 years. Can you believe that?
And you fucking been doing this shit, and you become bigger and bigger and bigger each time. So congrats to you. I remember you used to come down to our gym, fucking try to grab these interviews as much as you can. Now look at you, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to you.
Well, thank you very much. I love it.
No doubt. Keep going. Got
you.
more to do. Keep going.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye, Fight fans.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else